Hello everyone, welcome to AKS IAS main Shikshana-FREE initiative. This is Santosh Koka. Today's question for 15th July 2024 that is related to disaster management subject. So discuss the role of disaster management authorities in mitigating the impact of natural disasters in India. So we need to start our important 3 steps before writing answer. Those are, first one is question reading. That is very important here. We need to identify how many number of parts are there in the question. Here only one part is there, and also what is the important topic here. Here the topic is disaster management authorities related information related to the topic, that is disaster management. And also what is the important question tag here? Discuss. Only one question tag here, discuss. What is discuss means? We need to write positives, that is significance. And also we need to write some negatives, that is challenges, and also we need to give some measures, needed measures. We need to give some solutions to the challenges, right? That is the important part here. And also what are the important keywords here? Role of disaster management authorities in mitigating the impact of natural disasters in India. Here, natural disasters in India is also an important keyword. So many aspirants are not addressing these type of keywords. Be careful, because in examination they will check all these whether the aspirant is attempting or addressing all these keywords or not, right? That is the main important here. So we need to complete our question reading step in 1 minute, within 1 minute. Next step is brainstorming. Here we need to identify or we need to recall all the information or aspects related to our topic. Here which important examples are, what are the important examples or aspects are recent current affairs events, are important facts, are important international frameworks, or some articles or acts, amendments need to be written in our answer writing, whether it is in introduction or body part or conclusion. We need to recall in within 1 minute here, right? That is simple and smart strategy here. Next, third important step is presenting answer. We need to present the answer in the third step. That too we can complete it in within 6 minutes only if we follow these 2 steps prior to the third step. That is the main important case here. So let's start our important approach here. Introduction. Coming to introduction, we can write a decent introduction here, starting with a recent current affairs related natural disasters in India, because our topic, important topic related to impact of natural disasters in India, right? Disaster management, that is the subject here. So we need to identify, or we need to include some recent events related to natural disasters in India, right? After that, that is entirely current affairs introduction. We have already discussed in the previous videos. We should start with our introduction with current affairs introduction only, right? Next, role of DM, disaster management authorities in these events. We need to write a connectivity point in between introduction and body part. That is this one. Only we can write in. We can include some 1 to 2 lines here. These 2 lines are enough with the connectivity point to the body part. So next, what is the significance part here? So coming to our question tag, here we need to include some importance or significance of our disaster management. That is role of disaster management. We can include like a role of disaster management authorities, right? So first one is preparedness, next response, next recovery, next mitigation. So in the introduction part, we can include recent examples like cyclone Michang or cyclone Biparjoy, etc. All those are important natural disasters, right, in India recently occurred. For example, Uttarakhand floods, or Himachal Pradesh issues, or Himalayas, especially Sikkim glacial outbursting was happened, right, recently. Those are natural recent events, right? We can write any one but related to our natural disasters in India especially, right? Next, significance part, preparedness is the first important thing here. They monitor or the authorities develop and implement disaster preparedness plans and like regular mock drills for earthquake preparedness in seismic zones especially, right? We need to identify some disasters, or we can include one important map here. So inclusion of our particular disasters or natural disasters prone areas in India, right? Especially in the northeastern states or Himalayan areas, right? We can include like Western Ghats areas, right? We need to identify, or we need to locate all these natural disasters prone areas. Okay, that will be an value addition to our answer here. Next, preparedness. Apart from preparedness, we have response here. Response is also one important role played by disaster management after disasters happen. Right here, during disasters, these bodies coordinate rescue and relief operations. Here, for example, in cyclone Biparjoy, the NDMA. What is NDMA? Here, National Disaster Management Authority facilitated the evacuation of over 1,00,000 people. So 1,00,000 people. That is the main important fact here. We need to include all the recent examples or facts or current affairs issues, right? That is important here. Next, recovery. Recovery means post-disaster. They are involved in rehabilitation or reconstruction efforts, right? Here, after the Kerala floods in 2018, we have already seen the Kerala floods victims also there, right? We have watched the movie also, Kerala floods, right? That is very important. Title 2018 only, right? The State Disaster Management Authority played a significant role in rebuilding infrastructure and restoring normalcy. That is the case here. We need to identify all these information related to justify our point, right? Mitigation. Next, last one is mitigation, long-term measures to reduce disaster risks, such as constructing cyclone shelters. That is very important here. Cyclone shelters are enforcing building codes in earthquake prone areas are also undertaken by these areas. All these are important role or powers and functions of disaster management authorities in with respect to these natural disasters in India. That is the important case here. Almost completed our significance part. Then we need to write some challenges part. Resource constraints are there in every government body related to some important authorities. We have one important regular or repeated challenge is resource constraint, whether it is human or financial. We have so many issues, right? For example, many districts lack adequate trained personnel for disaster response. That is important here. Next, coordination issues are there. Already we have written one important, the same issue, same challenge in the with respect to the National Green Tribunal also, right? Same point we have written here also. 2013 Uttarakhand floods highlighted some gaps in interagency coordination. So we need cooperation and coordination in these particular areas. That is the case here. Next, technological limitations. We have technological limitations also. The adoption of advanced technology for early warning systems and data collection is still evolving. That is the case here. We can include recent example, that is 2021 Chamoli disaster. That is called Uttarakhand floods also, right? Disaster. That is very, very important here. That showed the need for better real-time monitoring of glacial activity. Very, very important. Recently we can see in the Sikkim floods also. Sikkim glacial lake outbursting, right? Very, very important topic, recent current affairs. Apart from that, we have public awareness and participation issue, right? Ensuring public awareness and participation in disaster preparedness is very challenging task here. So many communities remain unaware of the best practices during disasters. Especially we have seen in the 2020 Amphan cyclone. That is also very important. So I'm writing all the necessary examples or facts and some important examples here, right? So we need to write at least 1 point to each and every subheading and also plus one example to justify our point. That is the case. That is the most important strategy. Very, very important. Please remember. So many aspirants are writing just like subheadings or just like keywords. Don't do that. Complete it with including examples also, right? Next, needed measures. We need to give some challenges, some measures to the challenges, right? Strengthening infrastructure. We have lack of infrastructure regarding the particular disaster response units, right? Early warning systems are state-of-the-art early warning systems. Dedicated disaster response units we lack in that particular area. So we need investment in robust infrastructure for disaster management. That is the case here. Next, capacity building. Here, regular training and capacity building programs for disaster management, very, very important here. For instance, the National Disaster Management Authority's initiative to train local volunteers in especially disaster prone areas are very, very important role played by this, right? That is the case here. So we need building the capacity, right? Capacity building is very, very important needed measure. Next, improving coordination also. Already we have written in the coordination issues in the challenges topic, right? We need to rewrite the sentence with improving coordination. Especially here, we can include or we can use these type of technology, geographic information systems we have, right, for better planning and response. We can establish clear protocols for interagency coordination also using this type of technology, right? Next, public engagement. We lack public awareness and participation, right? Here we need to rewrite this particular challenge. Here, social media and local networks, we can use these type of recent social media and local networks can be effective in disseminating information quickly, very fastly. Right. Next, policy legal framework also were there. Already we have our Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction, right? That is also very, very important here. We have 2015 to 30 timeline for this. Can provide a comprehensive approach to reducing disaster risk. Already India has signed this particular framework, Sendai framework. So we need to implement all the guidelines required given by the Sendai framework. That is the case here. So, and also we need to conclude with a futuristic note, right? Already we have written so many points here, including importance, challenges, and needed measures, right? Finally, we need to conclude with a particular futuristic point, futuristic note, 1 to 1.5 line. That is, India can build a more resilient society for the future if we continuous improvement in infrastructure or technology or coordination and public engagement. Whatever we have written in the needed measures we can include, and also by embracing innovative solutions and fostering a culture of preparedness we need here, right? We need to connect 1 to 1.5 line here. Until we reach, India can build a more resilient society for the future. That is the best approach here. Next, we can see our best answers today. Today we will see 2 best answers because so many have written answers today. So 2024, this question, this answer was written by Shikshna Reddy. 2024 heat wave here included very recent important issue. Next, disaster is an event. He has introduced or defined this disaster, what is disaster, and also cycle of disaster management. Also, he has given some flowchart. This is very, very important for the value addition point, right? Flowcharts, disasters, time and cause, slow and rapid, natural, human induced. All those information related to background or means static information included in the definition part and also flowcharts. Apart from that, role of authorities in mitigation. He has given some response and preparedness and structural and non-structural capacity. A few points regarding the structural, non-structural, also given some flowchart. Next, disaster management plans, resolution of communication services and health food delivery services also given by these authorities. Next, what are the issues here? He has written some heat wave is not declared as natural disaster. Very, very important. Recent heat wave was the hot topic, right? Lack of funds to NDMA and NDRF, etc. is also very important. Only 10% allowance for states to declare legal local disasters, delayed response or loopholes in preparedness. Example, Kerala floods, poor management. Polarization, particularly for disasters, right? That is also very important, right? Next, states versus center issues also very important. Example here, measures. What are the need to be taken measures? Strengthening, particularly training capacity building, including heat wave as natural disasters. Same point, providing more funds and autonomy, right? Very important. India having largest rapid force in disaster management of world. If organized proper management plans could strengthen its economy. Very good. We can give at least 1 to 1.5 line. That's enough in the conclusion, because already we have written so much information here. In this answer, particularly first part is okay, but here some clumsy. It is looking like some clumsy here. So no need to write all the information. So here we can detect these information. We can remove this information. No need. So apart from that, everything was okay. Okay. Very good information. Recently, particular recent current affairs included and flowchart included. Those are enough. And also here we need to include some important measures type. Here we can include some important articles or important laws or whatever we have already. Sendai framework, we need to follow our LNI technique, right? International perspective, Sendai framework guidelines, very important, right? This point should be written by each and every aspirant, right? Apart from all the loopholes in the answer, we can give this answer out of 10 marks. We can give 5.5 out of 10 marks. Very good. Keep writing. All the very best. Next answer, this is written by Sahib. Very important answer and very good answer, because already he has been writing so many days, but today we will see cyclone Michang. He has included first in the current issues, and also later has linked with our disaster management, right? Very good. But introduction should be written in only 2 to 3 lines first. That very important case here. So we can divide into 2 sub paragraphs here, right? But don't write like this in entire lengthy paragraph. Okay, we can divide into 2 small paragraphs. Okay. Apart from that, next, after introduction, he has written some disaster management authorities, NDRF, SDRF, also became local government employees, right? Legal framework here included Disaster Management Act, that was in 2005, very important act, right? That was missed in the previous answer. In 2016, National Disaster Management Plan also was there. These are based on Sendai framework. That is also international point, right? Natural, anthropogenical, what are the important disasters also he has included, right? Next, measures taken. He has confused and he has given some up and downs here. So he just mentioned first measures taken, then measures to be taken. But here we need to include these challenges in before measures taken. Okay, so we need to improve our approach also, approach structure, right? So he's writing good, but sometimes it will happen, right? That is the case with respect to the mains answer writing. So even though we are writing every day, we are writing only one answer, but even though we are writing only one answer, we are so much confused confusion state. But we should write, we should be in a consciousness here. We need to follow our strategy, right? First, we need to write challenges and then measures taken and also measures to be taken, right? Already we have taken so many measures here. He has included all the information and also challenges here, coordinating and also coordination, collaboration with the other important organization, and also measures to be taken are research and on disaster management, also formulating implementation of policies, etc. Right? Very good. So Finally, in India, NDMA is the apex body for formulating policies, plans, etc. and SDMA, DDMA functions according to it. Very good. But here we need to connect with it a futuristic note. We need to connect it a futuristic note, not what was happened or what is happening, right? We need to connect the conclusion with a 1, 2 or 2 lines with futuristic note, right? So apart from the loopholes here, here we need to follow our rules and regulations. Rules and regulations are best approach or structure, whatever may be, we need to follow. Here flowchart is good and also introduction is good, but we need to divide in 2 parts. First recent current affairs introduction and also next static part, right? Next, what are the important roles played by disaster authorities written, measures taken, measures to be taken, challenges. Very good. So finally, futuristic note was missed here. Apart from that, all the information we can give this with small mistakes in the structure and approach. We can give this 4.5 out of 10 marks. So we need improvement in this answer. Don't compare with others, but we need to compete with others because we need to improve, right? That is the case here. Let's improve. Let's keep writing all the answers every day. Okay. Next, tomorrow's question, main Shikshna, question for 16th July 2024, day 18, that is analyze the role of digital platforms in promoting Indian culture globally. Very, very important question uploaded in assignment section of our AKS app. Thank you very much. All the very best.